guys, welcome to episode 3 of Martial Gamers. I'm Cameron, and today I'm going to be talking about Lost Planet 2 and Mass Effect 2, and I think Mike might come in with a few questions later on. Okay, let's get started with Lost Planet 2. The campaign. It's a very straightforward campaign. It doesn't make much sense, but when you finally play it through, it makes a lot more sense. But I can't reveal too much as well, because I'm not one for giving out spoilers. The weapons that you use are brilliant. I mean, who doesn't love guns that have swords on the end of them, that fold out and slice things? There's also basically a nuke launcher, plasma cannons that run off your thermal energy, which I will come on to in a bit later. I'll come on to that subject. But the weapons are absolutely fantastic on the game. I love them. I love all of the weapons. There's a hand cannon that's basically it fires a shot that explodes after about 5 seconds on impact. There's a lot of really cool support weapons like the injection gun that gives your players the ability to collect thermal energy that is twice what they normally get. There's also the shield, which is quite fun because basically it's a shield that you can melee people with, and if you use the secondary form of it, you can basically fire a giant supernova with some of the thermal energy from the support weapons. Okay, let's move on to the Acrid. These are the bad guys in the main storyline, apart from Nevik, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Acrid are essentially just wild aliens on the planet EDN-3, in which basically they want your thermal energy and they will attack you as much as possible to get it. There are, however, Cat G Acrids, which are giant boss fights essentially, and you normally, when you're having a boss fight with one of them, you get there's a little thing that you'll be able to do, like say get on a big railway gun or use a giant laser beam against them. But my favourite Cat G was the Cat G Guardiant, because you actually get to go inside him and tear him up from the inside. And I'll move on to Nevik now. Nevik are the main bad guys. You do play a level as them, but you realise that it's the level makes sense when you actually look at the story all the way through. Nevik are essentially the military force on EDN-3. However, nobody likes them, so let's just leave it there. The multiplayer. And the multiplayer is simple. It's team deathmatch and capture the data post, which is basically like territories. I'm not sure if there's a capture the flag. I haven't played much of the multiplayer personally, and I am not really a big fan of it. But I'll move on to the achievements. Most of the achievements are secret, so I will just say you can probably find out about them on YouTube and the internet and however you look for your achievements or your achievement whores out there. And basically, I have done well to unlock as many as possible, but it is not an easy job since they make the achievements so damn hard to get. Okay, and now that I'm done with Lost Planet 2, Michael, do you have any questions about that?
I played the demo a bit against this big boss fight, and one of the things we're wondering is, it looked like the boss had a lot of health for how much I was damaging it. Is that because it was only me playing, and is it meant to be a co-op or what?
It's meant to be co-op, really. The game is designed to be co-op, but you were fighting the Cat G Guardiant, my favourite, and basically, yes, when you're attacking him, you were attacking his legs only when you actually attacked the big spike on his back.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah, well, really, you meant to take out the big spike on his back and destroy his legs, go inside of him, and then destroy the spike. If the spike actually goes into him, well, it's more like, it's one of his weak points.
I see.
Yeah, the orange spots on them are weak points. But yeah, that'll be the main reason why you weren't doing as much damage to him.
I see, so you're supposed to do it in co-op then?
Yeah, it's a game designed for co-op.
I see.
Anything else?
So I take it, it's a heavily multiplayer game then?
Oh, yes. And there's a little thing that I forgot to mention in the campaign called Quick Time, where when the cutscenes happen, it's just not a boring, oh god, I've got to sit through this boring talk between them. There's actually moments where, say, like, you're escaping a collapsing mine, the roof will be collapsing, and then you've got to press any button quickly to dodge the falling debris. And now I'll move on to Mass Effect 2, if that's okay with you, Mike.
Yeah, fine with that. Yeah, we're okay for time.
Okay. Well, Mass Effect 2, it's really, I loved the game as soon as I got it. I haven't played Mass Effect 1 personally, so I don't really know the background story to it. But I absolutely loved the game. It was brilliant. The campaign was really gripping, and I liked how they put it together. And then again, I do like a lot of stuff from BioWare. Let's move on to the biotics. Biotics are like superpowers for you. Just like Biotic Pull, Biotic Grab, and all other stuff like Shockwave. And basically, it gives you the edge in the battle of everybody else. When they use it, they often miss. But my favourite thing, though, is the weapons. I've really got to go into the weapons. You get assault rifles, SMGs, pistols. You even get a mini nuke launcher. And I mean, that's something that you want to save for the boss. And I didn't. And I enjoyed it when I didn't use it against the boss. I just destroyed everything that was in my path with that thing.
No.
Use it on critters.
You know, it was brilliant, the nuke launcher. A little mini nuke cloud coming up, it's brilliant. And now I'll move on to the characters. You can play as either a female or a male Commander Shepard. It doesn't matter which you play out as, because you end up, there is a romance option in it, where if you're the female, you'll romance with one of the male characters that you have, and if you're a male, you romance with one of the female characters. The characters go as listed as Commander Shepard, you've got Miranda Lawson, Cerberus, you've got, God, I've forgotten half of them. Oh well. But no, there's a lot of people who've come over from the last game, like Tali and Garrus. But there are some very new characters, for example, Samara and Asari Justicar, and you've got Thane Krios, the assassin, my favourite character in the game. And basically the achievements are centred on the co-op, there's no co-op, the actual campaign. And most of them are simple, like complete the Such Your Buddies loyalty mission, gain their loyalty, find them, or basically when you play through the game you unlock most of the achievements. It's only the harder achievements, for example, complete the game on Insanity, which is insane, and some other little things, but that's basically all I've got to say on Mass Effect 2. It's a brilliant game, I love it, and I love Lost Planet 2 as well. And if there's any questions from Mike, I'd love to hear them.
Which one would you rather get if you didn't have either of them?
Well, looking back on it, I'd probably get Lost Planet 2, considering I've played Mass Effect 2. It's basically, it's very it's very similar to Knights of the Old Republic, except when you're in a fight scene, it doesn't freeze, and you don't have to wait to attack. It's more first person than that.
I see.
But no, I would personally get Lost Planet 2, and it's just personal preference, though.
Well, that's it from me then. I've got nothing to ask.
Okay, this has been Marshall Gamers. I've been Cameron, telling you about Mass Effect 2 and Lost Planet 2. We will see you next episode.